killing
As
it.
you believe it or not, right?
Believe it or not, last year I was 185 at weight. I'm at 109 right now. I stopped eating all that bullshit, you know, trying to eat like just fruits and chicken cutlets and fucking lettuce and shit. I've been eating like a rabbit, so you right, all that shit is unhealthy, bro.
This shit real bad.
That shit is bad. It gets you bloated and all that extra shit. But what's going on, man? Peace, everybody. You know who it is, the highest hippie in the room, Dricanhippie, of course. With the Dricanhippie Show with Spliff and Chun Chun. Shout out to my co-host, you know what I'm saying? I'm here with very special guests. We got Ralo in the building, all the way from the A, baby. You know what time it is, man. What's going on, man? How you feeling, my guy?
I'm in New York, man. I'm just chilling with the vibes, man.
We in the towns. You know, it's a little cold out there, but we still outside, man. I appreciate you for
having always be cold.
You know
we'll get that type of shit in Atlanta that much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a lot of snowfall this year.
Yeah, shit, that was shocking. That was shocking. We never really had that type of shit.
I saw them acting out there on the social media.
We didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
It was like so happy for that shit. I was ready for it to go away.
That's a fact, yeah. When that shit come around here, I'll be ready for it to go away. I'm from Puerto Rico originally.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah. But I've been out here since I was like 3 years old. I'm in my mid-30s now. So, it's like I got used to it. But getting older, it's like that cold fuck with your bones. It's like, it's over. I'm ready to move down south or something like that, man. But how's your day been going? How you been feeling?
Man, you know, I came in. You know, I ain't been on them jets like that. Cause shit, last time I was on the jet, shit didn't go right for me. So I really been on some traveling by, you know, vehicle lately. Okay. So I got up here, parked in front of here for a minute when it got me around. You know, I get a lot of love out of New York. A lot of my streams come from New York. So like, this is like a good place for me as an artist, personally.
Yeah. That's true, because one of my co-hosts, I call him Trippy Trav, his name is Trav. I hit him up. I was like, yo, I'm interviewing Ralo, da-da-da. He was like, yo, bro, because he's a little younger than me. He was like, yo, bro, that's one of my niggas right there. I fuck with his music heavy. Right. Make sure that you shout me out and tell him to ask
Shout out to bro, man.
Shout out to him. He got a question for you, but I'll ask it down the line, you know what I'm saying? So, how you feeling right now? You got the memoir out, you got the book out, and you just released the project Chosen, you know what I mean? So how you feeling with the reception, with everything that's going on? Let's start with the tape first, with the album Chosen, you know what I mean? 7 tracks, you know what I mean? How you feeling about the reception with that?
I think that everybody said I have developed as an artist. You know what I mean? I was able to get back to doing music the way I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? Like rap game, you really have to kind of master your art. Master your craft. I think every artist got their own different pictures they paint. I think every artist got their own different art or whatnot. And I just was able to do my own thing because I just put it out. I ain't know the 7 songs was gonna go as big as it did, but it did good. It did good. I'm waiting for the check to come in the mail, of course.
Yeah, that's right.
I like the project. I can relate to it. I can listen to it over and over. I can work out to it. I can vibe to it. I can go to the club with it. I get on the road with it. It helps me through a lot of different things that I still go through. You smell me?
Because you put different emotions on different tracks, and like you said, I started listening to it when, you know, I got the information and everything. So I started listening to it, and this morning I actually was working out to it.
And I appreciate that.
Like Ralo, the intro track, that's my shit right there. Because I do a lot of running, so I'm like, yo, this shit fire right here. And I like the energy and the attitude that you put into it. It sounds like you're almost reintroducing yourself. Right. So like at the end of the track, it's like, if I want to be like anybody when I grow up, I want to be like Ralo. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that because that shit is fire. Like I just found myself like in the last 2-3 years, so it's more of bigging myself up. So when I hear something like that, it's like,
motivates.
That's what I want to hear right now in my life. You know what I'm saying? So, what was your mindset going into that track right there?
I think my mindset of going in that track was like on some cocky shit, some arrogant shit. You know, I just really wanted to vent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be seeing a lot of niggas that you know, I'm big on family. I'm big on kids and stuff like that. I see a lot of niggas that don't, you know, help their baby mamas out, or even like acknowledge trying to send them. I don't give a damn if they send them $100, $50. Send them something.
That's a fact.
I don't give a damn if you want to just buy them some lunch today. You know what I mean? Just do something for them. And then, you know, a lot of shit going on with all this fake ass jewelry. You know, I just was venting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, a lot of niggas getting away with a lot of shit that we weren't able to get away with when I first started coming in the game. You had to go to Elegante. You had to go to certain jewelers. And he was like one of the people. If you didn't go to him, then shit, you don't get no pass. But nowadays, all kinds of lines shit get passes. So
Yeah.
I basically was just venting.
Yeah, and coming from a time where you know what I mean, the era that you came from and like the area that you came from, it's like certain shit just like you said can't get a pass. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why I like that song a lot. And then we get into, I don't know the exact title of the song, but it's the featured song, the one with Young Blue.
Right.
That's one visual.
Love yours.
That's one visual that you got for the project. So.
Right.
How you felt about that one? I like that track because I'm more of a I love rap. I grew up on rap, you know what I'm saying? But I love R&B. You know what I'm saying? I love R&B. So that's more of a smooth it down track right there. So how did you feel about that one, and what did you think about the video, the reception for that as well?
I think that even when we vent, anything we doing, we just have to acknowledge the people that was there for us. You know what I mean? And my girl, she held me down the whole time, and you know, through ups, downs, whether I wronged her or wronged anybody else. She always have been a grand supporter of mine. You know what I mean? So like, I appreciated her, and I want to always, anytime I get a chance, I want to put it out there that I appreciate it. You know what I mean? So
that's a fact.
I want y'all to know that I love mine, and I hope that y'all love yours.
Love yours. That's a fact. I just said that shit on one of my recent episodes of my podcast. I actually had to sit down with my mother.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yo, let me sit down and talk to my moms on the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
cool.
That's cool. And like going closing, I'm like, yo, just make sure that y'all check on y'all people that really love you and support you from when you was dirt, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't have it, because when you get it and those other people start to latch around, that shit is, like you saying, it's fake, you know what I'm saying, like people just want to be around because you got the clout right now, whatever the case is, so that shit is corny. But I like the feature, that's Young Blue, right? Right. That shit is fire right there.
He a dope artist, man. Shout out to Young Blue.
Yeah, so I like the visual. You got two visuals for this project, Turn Me Up, right? Right. I was just listening to that one when I was coming in, when I was coming up the elevator. I like the visual for that one. The numbers is going up on that one right now. It's almost at like 200,000 or something like that. So how you feeling about that one? And you shot that in the A?
Yeah, I shot it in the A. I was just listening to the beat, and it just made me say those words. Like sometimes the production of the track just automatically make you just speak. Yeah. And that was just one of them tracks that did that. And in the club I walk into, some kind of way they play that record without me even asking them to play that record. So it was like one of them organic records. It's just moving around, and I like the song. I actually wanted to push that song. That was gonna be my single, but another song on the project surpassed it. Yeah. Talking to myself, it passing it in all the streaming markets. So I'm gonna go ahead and push for that one.
Yeah, I like that one a lot too. You don't got a visual for that one as of yet, or you gonna put one out for that one? Are you thinking about putting a visual for every track, or?
That's what I do.
That's what you do?
Especially when I'm independent. When I'm independent, I be able to kind of move around and do what I want to do. Yeah. Like when you sign to these labels and stuff like that, you don't even really be able to you don't be able to do shit like that.
You can't express your ideas as much.
Not even, you can't. That too, cause I ain't gonna lie, some labels allow you to express your ideas and stuff like that. I can't say that, cause Alamo, 300, all the different major labels that I was once signed to, they always supported me. But however, they'll tell your ass no. And, I don't tell myself no. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Most of the time they worry about that bottom line. You worry about yourself and your art and how you expressing your art.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right, 100% right.
Cause that's how I feel. Like I got somebody that's like interested in me, and he's like, yo, I want to sign you to like publishing deal and all that shit. But I'm like, yo, I just want to be free to put my stuff out like that. Cause if I was signing him and I told him about this and he didn't let me do it, I'd be like, what the fuck type of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I want to be able to do my thing. You know what I mean? So, I like the Jeezy sample that you got on. Right. That's Slime Survivor. Right. Oh, that's more like a freestyle?
Yeah, that was one of the ones I just went in and just went crazy, you smell me?
I love the sample beat on that.
People was able to just say, okay, this motherfucker know how to rap. I think that was one of the tracks that motherfuckers I kind of woke people up that wasn't seeing Ralo, you smell me? Yeah. They love me on that one.
Yeah, I fuck with that one heavy, you know what I mean? And then, I want to remember the name. I want to seem as perfect as possible right now. But you have one, it doesn't have the, you have a feature on it, but it doesn't have the feature on the song.
What are you talking about?
Can you pass me my phone right there, please? I don't want to seem too crazy, you know what I'm saying?
You talking about Hats?
I think it's the song before Hats. I love Hats, too.
Are you talking about Respect the Dead?
Respect the Dead.
Tay Savage.
Tech Savage?
Tay Savage.
Tay Savage?
Yes, sir.
Is where he's from?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. Because I got a man from Brooklyn. His name is Tay Sav, and the Sav stands for
Right.
Savage. But yeah, I like that song a lot because it sounds like one of those group songs, like going back to back.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the way that y'all did that was fire. Bro.
I think I'm going to have to release that video.
You got it done already?
Yeah, I got it done. Of course I got it done.
I can't wait for that one. I like that one. Let me see. Turn Me Up, Talking to Myself. I like that. That's the last track, correct? Let me check.
No, you got Hats, then you got Talking to Myself. Yeah.
Talking to Myself. Hats, I like Hats. That song is fire. But Talking to Myself, I like that song a lot. The way that you ended that. You know what I'm saying? I like that song a lot. You shouted out Dolph and all the people that you really fucked with on that one, and that one was kin to the intro.
Right.
The way that you outroed it was more.
How I wanted it.
Yeah. So I'm kind of glad that I got that off. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect music. I tried to do it one time when I was in high school, and I was like, "You trash, bro. Never again. Respect the art." You know what I'm saying? So I tried to, like, when I'm talking to somebody that I never talked to before, like, try to get into your shoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the way that you ended it was the same way that you brought it in. You know what I'm saying? So give me your thoughts on that one and what you want to do with that. That beat is super dope.
Shout out to my producer Cass, but I think that it's always important. The first and the last chapters are always important, even in my book. You know what I'm saying? I think that those are some of the highlighted moments. A lot of people don't even look at what's in between most times. Like, people just look at the front of the book and look at the back of the book. So I wanted to make sure that whenever they enter that motherfucking ball game, I'm going off hard. And I'm going to end this bitch right. You smell me? So even if you don't listen to nothing in the middle, I know the beginning and the end going to hit hard.
And it's going to make you remember what you was listening to. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. So the project is fire. And that led to, like, the question that my man had. He just wanted to ask, because he's a fan of all y'all.
Right.
He just wanted to ask, how was it knowing Dolph and, like, you know, being around someone like that, you know what I'm saying?
Dolph probably one of the realest niggas I ever met in my whole entire life. And I ain't saying that because he did. I'm saying that, like, Shawty ain't ever charged me for a feature. Shawty always pushed up to every video shoot. Every call I called from jail, he picked up for me. He a silent brother. He got good dudes like Lil Moochie, Big Moochie. I hate to say Lil Moochie, but Big Moochie, Grape. He got dudes like, you know, Keith Glock, all these genuine and organic people, you know what I'm saying? I think he got a good team. I think that, you know, we lost him, you know what I mean? It hurts, it harms us tremendously, and a lot of us will never heal from that loss or whatnot. And, he's just one of the realest dudes I ever met in my life. You know, I always hold him up on the highest pedestal I possibly could.
That's a fact. Rest in peace to Dolph. I was a fan of his too, like what we talking about, which is the main topic, you know what I mean? Independence, you know what I'm saying? And just going about it the right way, making sure that your shit
I think he motivated me on that song. That song is like 100% inspired by Young Dolph himself. Because his mentality, you know, he was just like, because, you know, the other side was winning. And, you know, of course he was winning as well, but most people was picking and choosing. And he suffered from, you know, people saying they don't fuck with him. You smell me? A lot of people, like, you know, kind of like was, and he was like, fuck all this shit. I'm going to keep going. And he one of my biggest inspirations. You smell me?
Yeah, I respect that, man. I got somebody in my life like that, too. I met him in 1996, and beyond friendship, he's my brother. And one of the realest people that I met that's like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Very loyal, you know what I mean? So when I hear somebody talk about someone like that, I love hearing that shit, you know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to Dolph, you know what I mean?
I don't let it die forever.
Let's get into the book. Chosen, man. Terrell Davis, Ralo. A memoir. what was the seed that was planted into you that gave you the thought that you wanted to write your life story?
I used to talk to this dude every night on the phone by the name of David Weaver. He wrote his own book. I know one of the books he sent me while I was in there, because all we can do is read in that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And his book was called Broken Crayons, and he used to always tell me, like, Ralo, even if you don't ever sell 1 million records, you can easily sell 1 million books. So I did the math on it. I'm like, shit, if I charge $30 per book, and I sold 1 million of them, I made 30 million out of that shit. So I'm like, not even that about the money tip. You know, because it still was a long shot. I'm like, man, I ain't writing no fucking book, man. I ain't going through that. I fucked around and went to the whole. I was in the SHU, the special housing unit. I got to find one of the bros. He was Muslim in blood, and you know how that shit goes sometimes. Mm-hmm. I was used to be Muslim in blood at the same time as well. But however, we always struggle the fence whenever we into that little realm. Mm-hmm. However, I went to the hole for that. And I just read the Malcolm X book, and I had not even known that Shadow was selling dope, or Shadow was, you know, pimping or burning in houses, all the different things that they said he was doing and he was charged with, and he went and got convicted for. You know, I was just like, damn, he was doing all that. From what I know about him, I ain't never heard him do no bullshit. You smell me? So he was one of the inspirations that led me to be like, okay, I can come from this drug dealing and, you know, kingpin mentality to being an honorable man of God. You know what I mean? And, you know, so both of them together, you know, David Weaver and the honorable brother Malcolm X, those were my two inspirations. The seed that was planted.
Yeah. So that's amazing, because I think I read Malcolm X when I was like in my mid-20s, the book.
Right.
And I got the same thing from it, but it was more because I saw the movie first. So I was like, oh, so he was like, he was wild when he was younger, and then he didn't think. But that tells you that's the story of, you got to find yourself, you know what I'm saying? And people can't hold you down because of the mistakes that you made, you know what I mean? So that was the seed that was planted into you. So when did you decide to put the pen to the paper and then as you started seeing it?
Immediately, I just started going through his chapters and shit and was trying to figure out how the hell can I put my chapters together. So I started writing, and you know, I kept losing the books. Of course, I go to different prisons, different institutions. They'll throw away my whole book. I start over. Then I got introduced to a lady by the name of LaShawn, and I told her what I desire. I was like, man, I kind of wrote a book, and I want to put it out there. Mm-hmm. She was like, I got a friend by the name of Audrey, and she helped me, and I was able to talk to her, and she was able to write, and we was just able to send the little chapters that I had over, and she was able, you know, I got bad grammar and shit like that, so, you know, the editors and shit, they helped me out and all that, so they kind of gave me that push, you smell me? Yeah. Like, even when I seen this book, I was just like, damn, this shit is real. Like,
you could touch that shit now.
That shit crazy. I ain't never thought I'd do no shit like that. I used to sell dope. You smell me? I'm in the kitchen selling dope, so now I got a book. I ain't got a pot in my hand, I got a book.
Those trials and tribulations that you went through led you to that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably one of the best things on this earth that you get to see is redemption. You know what I'm saying? And you get to see somebody fall and come back up, you know what I mean? So I respect that, you know what I mean? And I really appreciate that. I need to get a copy for myself so I can read it, you know what I mean? But so how did you feel like after it came out, you know what I mean? And then you getting reception from it, you get to go and have talks about it and, you know, signings and things like that. How does that make you feel? I think that people are interested in your story, you know what I mean?
I think it's just because we got motherfuckers buying books from all over the world, different countries and all that type of shit. And I'm highly appreciated. I want to thank y'all for that. But that shit still don't feel real. That just don't feel real. Yeah. Like, this shit's something different. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to start shooting the actual film for it. So, like, it's all coming to play. Like, you know, I ain't even think that it'll be happening. I just tried some shit. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we sell us 1 million copies.
Yeah. That's a fact. So how long has it been out?
It ain't been out.
It hasn't released yet?
It got released on pre-orders. It's on a very, very few. I think I might have gave a couple hundred out. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool. So when
not gave, them folks bought that shit.
Yeah,
sorry about it.
Pre-order. So when do you plan on releasing?
We should be out by the time your interview come out. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
So you just getting the exclusivity to it.
I appreciate that. So okay, you said that you feel like you're gonna make a film off this.
Right.
So with this side of the business, because it's a different game now, it's books. You know what I mean? So is it still more independent for you? It's still just you, or is it like a book company or something like that?
We got our own publishing company.
Oh, okay.
So like, I ain't go to nobody. You know what I mean? And I hope that you know, I'm with whatever partnership that can come my way. So I don't want to denounce like fuck everybody. Me and my team ain't willing to work with nobody, of course. No. We willing to work with somebody, but it just got to make sense because we put way too much time in this. You know what I mean? And this my real life. Like, I ain't just trying to just go for them with it. You know what I mean? So it got to make sense.
Yeah, that's a fact. So as your life being, because I see it as your life was the inspiration, you know what I mean? So when you sit back and think about that, like, because you just said it's like unbelievable that I just wrote a book, you know what I mean?
Right.
But so many things could come from that, you know
right.
what I mean? So just sitting back and thinking about like where you came from, like you've been saying it throughout the interview, you know what I'm saying? But like, is that shocking? Like that, damn, I was really like at this place and now I'm finishing here, like you said with your music, you like to start off with a bang and end off with a bang. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't think like me personally. Whenever I'm doing anything, I really don't expect nothing out of it. Mm-hmm. I just do it from the kindness of my heart. Like whenever I rap, I wasn't expecting a nigga to wake up and work out to like Ralo.
Yeah.
I did it because this is how I feel and this is my art. This is the picture I want to paint. And if another person can feel like that, then we can kind of vibe together. You know what I mean? There ain't that many people that will actually, get that underdog feeling. You know what I mean? So like, even with this book, you know what I mean? It's a testimony that I wanted to put out. So even if, hypothetically speaking, we ain't said on books like that, I still got something for my kids to be able to go read about their father.
That's a fact. And I accomplished that. You know what I mean? So respect to you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Other than the book and the music, what do you have in store for the people? And
I think that everybody,
you can let them know where they can find you and everything.
Yeah, everybody need to come over to Vine City, man. We finna build a plaza, get our plaza right. I got a barbershop, a hair salon, a corner store, and a restaurant, man. I want y'all to come over there. We got a mosque, y'all can come pray over there. And make sure y'all get my book, read about me, get to learn more about me, and get to know me.
So how's that? You just listed a whole bunch of like businesses that you got. Like, how is that like owning different type of businesses and just being like so hands-on with different stuff? Like, is that a burden on you, or is that something like, I went to the buffet, so I can't complain about what I put on my plate?
I think that I was selling a lot of drugs, and I had a lot of people that was employed by me, and I put a lot of people to work, and I want to be able to provide legal jobs for my people.
Yeah.
I want to be able. I can't cry about a nigga still selling dope if I ain't got nothing to substitute that for them. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to pull my people away from the streets as much as possible. And in order to do that, I got to create legitimate jobs. I don't want to keep saying free a nigga. I don't want to keep putting no money on no nigga book. I don't want to keep accepting no collect calls.
Yeah.
I want to be able to provide jobs for my people.
All positive ways, man, to get legal money, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, shout out to Ralo, man. I appreciate you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Anytime.
Keep doing what you're doing, brother.
You need to come to Pakistan.
You already know, man. I'm trying to pull up, man. For Dricanhippie, for Ralo, y'all already know what we about to do. We about to get up out of here.
Fam. Goon.